All right, I guess we can call this my final thoughts since I didn't really give y'all what I thought about the project. So, after listening to it about 7 times, I still kind of feel the same way about the songs that I like. You know, I still don't feel like I need to change that. But probably hinting at things that I didn't really talk about. Now, one is the hype. I do feel like the internet kind of hyped this shit up to be something that it wasn't. Not saying it was whack. I'm not gonna go and say no dumb shit like other people are saying it's whack or it's trash. It wasn't that. You know, it's just that the internet can kind of damn near make or break a project these days. So I will say the internet kind of affected it a little too much because I don't think they had all the details of the project, and I think they did this in 6 days. And a lot of people are saying that it seems like leftovers from DS2, which I mean, I wouldn't really say that. You know what I mean? It can be a multiple of things. I mean, people forget when some artists do projects, they just don't go in there and say, I'm gonna make 12 songs. Sometimes with one producer, they can do fucking 15 records. You know what I mean? So if you have 5 producers or 6 producers on one mixtape or one album, imagine how many songs that is. What it sounds like to me with this project, it seemed like, Drake was probably in the studio with Future, and he seen that Future had a couple little joints probably laying around or whatever, and decided to add some verses to it. We can't sit there and say that they went in there and recorded this together like this and presented it to the public like that. On both sides, I think Drake really a perfectionist, and I don't think he would do nothing like that. It just seemed like they was having fun, and it was a way to make some money. That's what it seems like. It seemed like Drake had an opportunity to make some money and bring Future in on it, while actually taking shots at Chris Brown, Meek Mill, Quentin Miller, and things like that. A lot of people are speculating that it's just a way to basically put the nail in Meek Mill fucking coffin, but that's that. You know what I mean? But I feel like the songs structured well. I kind of would have rearranged the track list a little, but I wouldn't say any of these songs are really horrible. It's just maybe the two I didn't like. Yeah, they cool to listen to, but nothing too special. As far as Drake cadence on a couple of the records, a lot of people are saying that Future out rapped or outshined Drake. I wouldn't say that either. I would just say that Drake getting on production like this, more trap sounding music. If y'all don't remember, he's done this before, and Drake really never kind of came out the better, you know. And in a sense, they saying that Future was rapping better than Drake. I kind of feel like still a great Drake kind of let project him shine. So I mean, it is what it is. I fuck with it. There's nothing really more to say. I just felt like probably should just give the afterthoughts and I didn't really speak on anything. I mean, other than that, it's nothing really to say. It's cool. I just feel like, yeah, the internet kind of hyped it up to be something that it really wasn't. And I definitely feel like these niggas should have stopped people from doing that because it's just like they kind of ruined the surprise. If Drake would have said the announcement a day before it dropped, I think it would have been more crazy because it came out of nowhere. But at that point, they could have just put the shit out and then say shit, and the world would have went fucking nuts. Because I don't feel like Drake or Future is an artist that can just drop something and it won't really, like, holy shit. I think that would have made the impact a little bit more doper if we didn't know about it. Because when you announce it and a whole week go by and it's nothing, it died down the fucking hype for it. It's like people wasn't as excited no more. But if that shit would have happened a day before, you know what I mean? I think it would have been kind of... People reactions to it would be different than it is now if it would have happened a day before it dropped. That's just what I think. I just think a lot of people, by the time it came out, it was like, who cares? You know what I mean? They was expecting something that didn't happen. And I said if it was like DS2 mixed with... I know it... If you're reading this, it's too late. And it kind of wasn't in a way it was, but it really wasn't. So it wasn't a letdown. It just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And you move on, and it's like you go back and listen to DS2, and it's like, all right, I would rather listen to this. That's no knock to Drake. I like Drake. We all know that. I'm a fan of his music. I grew to like Future. you know. But it's a project you have to play multiple times to let everything sink in, and you catch what you catch from it, and you enjoy what you enjoy from it, and then it's like, oh, okay, shit, yeah, boom, you instantly know what to go to when you know throw the shit on or whatever. But that's basically it. It's still not bad. I keep the same rating. I dislike the two songs I still dislike, you know what I mean? But it's cool. But I just feel like if you listen to it once, you're not going to, it's like, oh, okay, whatever, you know? But you got to listen to it more than once, and I think you would definitely vibe off of it more. But I mean, I'm not saying go listen to no super lyrical shit and then go into this. You ain't going to hear that shit. I just think this has a time and place for it, like every other project. So if you in the mood, a lot of people drink, do drugs and all that type of shit nowadays. If you in that type of frame of mind, then yeah, you would throw this on. But if you really on a different positive type vibe, you probably don't want to listen to this. So it's all about moods. Whatever mood you're in, you'll be able to listen to this or any other project. But if you're just in a fun type, party type mood, then yeah, throw this on. Weekend type vibe, definitely. Sunday, church and family, not really. You know what I mean? I'd rather listen to Kendrick last album on a Sunday than listen to this. That's just me being me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. And from looking at the album cover, I'm thinking when they deliver it, this should be the album cover. I don't know. Hopefully it's not that Diamonds bullshit and it's this. But we have to wait and see. And definitely, if it do drop in stores, y'all will be getting that CD opening. I will have a copy, probably buy two. Who knows? But that's just what I feel about it. You know what I mean? Thanks for actually supporting that video. It got 3,000 views, and I didn't even talk once. So in retrospect, that's kind of genius. And in retrospect, that's kind of dope. And it's creative as fuck. So other than that, man, I appreciate all y'all. Even the trolls. Shout out to y'all.